Alright, back out on the 302 Super. We'd gotten it all put back together, had it running, started putting antifreeze in it, and noticed over here on this blocked water pump pipe that we were leaking up here on the top. So I took the power steering pump out of the way. When I got it out of the way, I was looking and realized that bolt's not tight, and there's another bolt down there that's not tight. This hose is right in the way, and I'm gonna do something here anyway. So I've already drained a lot of it out. We are draining the radiator juice, so we can pull that radiator hose. Oh, not so much. Not so much. Let's get a nice stream. There we go. Draining down enough I can get this hose off, because I'm going to pull the pump and thing, that plate off, bolts back there, get out of the way, and I'll try and seal this pipe to this plate better. And while this is out of the way, then, or at least while this is loose, and I don't know if we'll get all the way out of the way, but anyhow, once that radiator hose out of the way, I'll get those two front bolts, frame to motor bolts, whatever, tightened up. So anyway, that's where we're at for now. Hopefully I can get that sealed up tonight. May not be able to run it tonight, but at least get it sealed up tonight. Yeah. I get that pipe sealed up and get all this stuff put back on, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We'll see where we get. Anywho, I'll be back. Don't keep a close eye on your Jeeps. They multiply. Mama's Jeep. The best in Rotor's Jeep. Mini Jeep. Cutie. Tangerine. I don't know what the hell they call it. Anyhow, back on the 302 Super. I've got all the hydraulic lines hooked up. Everything's tight. They got bent and rebent and unbent and shit. Trying to. Oh, sorry for the language. That's just how it goes. Anyway, they don't look too bad layering it up in there like that. I got that off and back on. Everything's tight there. Over on this side, power steering pump is back on. This new hydraulic line is on. This line is on. There's some stuff with the lines back in there. I got to get bolts and nuts and stuff to get this bracket here on the power steering pump. It's like a brace or something. I don't know. Anyhow, oh, step up and over. I'm getting too old for this. So the pipe down in there, it's not going to focus, is it? There it is. So that pipe, we kind of slobbered it up with some ultra gray RTV to seal it to that plate, and then back where it goes into the block, we put some more stuff on it. We'll go over here. That's why I hate having the front end, because you come back on it, because you got to step over everything to get one side or the other. Anyhow, so we use some ultra gray. I think this tube is done because I poked a hole in it. Some ultra gray, and then we also had this tube of moly coat that went on the side that was just, it wasn't leaking, it just has the O-ring. So that's all back together. I'm gonna let that sit overnight, let that ultra gray do its thing. Probably won't have to wait overnight, but anyhow, I'm going to. I just realized in a couple, maybe a month, 3 weeks, something like that, there's a show that's featuring Molene's south of here. I'd kind of like to get this one done and take it. So I'm kind of pushing hard to get it wrapped up. My bucket of radiator juice, we will filter that and it'll go back in. I might not be done with all the cosmetics, but I'm going to try and get it at least back together and running. May not have all the lighting wiring done yet, I don't know, but anyhow, everything over here is done, mostly enough. One thing I need to do, I don't know where it ended up, where'd it go, the hose that goes from the air breather down onto the carburetor. Carburetor end is really hard and won't slide over the carburetor, so I'm going to try and get a hold of my friends out in Missouri, out in Verona, the Welters, and see if I can get, alright, that's not pinching that, so that's okay. See if I can get another one of those coming, and probably going to stop at my local Massey Ferguson dealer. That's 2 1/4 on the outside. Massey Ferguson 90 diesels, I think, had the same 2 1/4. So those mufflers are available. I think the outlet pipe's a little long, so I have to cut that off. Maybe go to my local muffler, so I have to get a swell back out to fit over the pipe, but let me get one of those going. Yeah, so the goal is to try and get it together for the show. Johnson County, I don't know what their name is, anyway, down Edinburgh, Indiana. Trying to get this thing down there is kind of the goal for now, or well, not for now, has become the goal now. Get it ready for that, and then once we get that done, then we can work on, if we don't get the cosmetics done, we can bring her back after that show and work on using Mr. Handy Buffer to turn this paint into this paint. I don't know, might be able to see the shine, I don't know. Maybe it's a little better, but that's just a real quick hand buff versus that's what we started with. Yeah, anyway, that's where we're at. I'll be back. Alright, I think the last segment for this video, nothing's really changed on this side. Just starting to put stuff away. I did get some new bolts and hardware and get all the brackets in on the power steering pump. I may just leave it like that. I don't know. Everything's hooked up. Cleaned the cap up. It does say GM power steering fluid. So I gotta get some of that. We're gonna wait and see tomorrow. We will strain the juice, get her back in the radiator, fire it up, see if it leaks. If there's no radiator leaks, then we'll fill up the power steering. We'll let it run for a little bit, get warm. Once we get warm, we'll double check the valves up there. Yeah, where I'm pointing. Once that's good, then we'll get the valve cover back on. Still got to fix the dent in the bottom air cleaner that I created when I dropped it. You know, whatever. So anyway, U302 Super. I'm under the gun, got a deadline.